Hi, I'm the CognitiveGamer, and this is SciPlay, where I play a game and talk about science. Today we're looking at Call of Duty Ghosts, because there's a big tournament coming up, and I want to talk about deliberate practice. So, the people that will be playing these multiplayer game tournaments for $1 million grand prize, yes, Microsoft is giving out a $1 million grand prize, will have probably a ton of deliberate practice. Now, I'm mentioning this because deliberate practice is much different than just playing this game for fun, or just being kind of good out of the gate. Deliberate practice is when you kind of practice. Let me put it this way. To get to the level that these people are at these competitions wasn't perhaps all due to luck, or it wasn't all due to concentration, or just the fact that they have, different biology. No, they practiced for hours and hours and hours as a team, crafting strategies and getting better at this game. And honestly, it wasn't probably enjoyable. So, deliberate practice of a video game is similar to a deliberate practice when you're practicing an instrument. World-class violinists practice 4 hours a day, learning the same song, learning new patterns, learning how to memorize the song. Pretty much can play it with their eyes closed. The same thing applies to Call of Duty, especially when you're playing the team dynamic. You have to craft new strategies. You have to memorize every single level. You have to understand different strategies for every single level so that you know how to play it on different modes. There's a lot of learning involved. And why do I say it's deliberate practice? Well, because deliberate practice is really the only way to get better at something. In a Grape et al. Study 2003 examined pro and amateur singers practicing. Amateurs get enjoyment and report singing as a release. Pro singers do not report enjoyment and instead focus on technique. So this kind of supports my idea that these people who are playing this game are not playing for enjoyment or for release. They're playing it to get better. They're playing it because this is almost a job for them, which is totally awesome that they can play on that type of level. The Erickson et al. 1993 study found that there's 3 types of violinists. So this is where the violinists come into play. The first type of violinist was best students, good students, and then the teachers. The best students had the most amount of deliberate practice. These are the people on track for pretty much a career in playing violins. That's because of deliberate practice. It's not because somehow they're a prodigy or anything else. They had to work on it for many hours, just like anything else that we have to do as human beings. People are not smart because they're born that way. People are smart because they put the time and effort into it. Yes, there are some factors that are in your control, but I can tell you what, the difference between an A and a B is sometimes studying. In fact, it's almost always studying. So, are experts in Call of Duty different than novices? Really, the only type of difference, maybe, is the fact that they put in the knowledge, put in the time to learn the knowledge about the game. Really, they're not smarter than anybody else. It's not like they have lightning for fingers that can press the buttons differently. No, they learn the patterns. It's just a game of chess. You memorize the patterns. Same with Call of Duty. There's different strategies for different situations, and they learn them. Damn it. Maybe I'm saying all of this because I secretly want to be at the kind of level where you can win $1 million for playing a video game, which would be amazing, by the way. I would fully... Oh, I would fully enjoy that. So, does biology sometimes have a factor into it? Like I said, lightning for fingers? Well, the Parr et al. Study 2002 found that wine-relevant odors sampled by 11 experts and 11 novices, given the odor recognition test, yes, the experts were better despite similar olfactory symptoms, which would actually conclude that our biology is exactly the same. Something else is at play here, and that something at play, of course, is deliberate practice. Practice that you do not for fun or enjoyment. Practice to get better at the game. So how do you do that with Call of Duty? Well, you play a lot of matches, you play a lot of games, and you just get better. Perhaps one game you go in and you try to just get better at headshots. What are some other ways? Well, Call of Duty is all about weapons and the maps, so maybe you take your time and you kind of memorize it. You memorize the map in different strategies. Definitely team aspect, right? So if you have a team, a group of friends, maybe you focus one match on trying out new plans, new ways to try to get the capture the flag. you practice handoffs, you practice strategies, and then you do that over and over and over. It's very much like an athletic sport. It comes down to practice. You're not going to become an expert at throwing free throws right off the bat. No, it's going to take many nights of tirelessly throwing a ball to a hoop and then finally learning that sweet spot, learning the balance that you have to need. Learning the balance, learning how much you have to put behind the ball to actually get it into the hoop. Now, Call of Duty is similar to this. You have to learn the weight of each gun, how far the bullets will travel, how fast the bullets will travel, how to play with other people. Even though this time I'm kind of lone wolfing, aren't I?
We lost B. SATCOM uplink enabled. Agent moving into position. Securing B. Target obliterated.
Fantastic. I don't think I've ever gotten that before.
Friendly Oracle online.
I'm sure if I was to go and interview any of the people that played on the Call of Duty team at that competitive, they're probably going to say something. Holy crap, I played for every night for 5 hours. They learned patterns, they learned how to counter opponents, they learned different strategies. This game is not about... This game is just as much about learning, having reflexes and headshots. It is about teamwork, the board, and the...
Losing Bravo. Trinity rocket available. Rocket inbound. Securing Alpha. Alpha secure. Securing B. Friendly SATCOM active.
Fantastic. That was probably one of the best games of Call of Duty Ghosts I've ever played. Maybe I've been putting in a lot of deliberate practice. So another difference between novices and experts is that they can approach a situation differently. If you're a novice, you're not going to come into Call of Duty and know what to do. Give it a little bit of practice. I know when I was teaching my girlfriend how to play, she had to memorize not only the controls and how it operates, but also the maps and how they lay out. Holy crap. 28 and 6. In the little time I was there. And 2 captures. I'm amazing. Like I said, when my girlfriend was trying to learn this game, not only did she have to learn the controls, which was deliberate practice to get better at video games in general, but then she also had to learn how to play the game, which is deliberate practice on how to play the game. She had to learn every map, how every gun operates, but pretty much she just gets the machine gun and fires away, which is a great way to practice just how to shoot and operate in Call of Duty. But let's pretend there's a situation where somebody's approaching you with a gun. A novice perhaps would just run right towards them and fire the gun, while an expert might approach the situation differently. Maybe they would go down into the prone position and then try to get a headshot. This is shown in the Chi et al. 1981 study, where had physics novices and experts classify problems into categories. The novices noticed superficial features about the math problem at hand, while experts found the underlying concepts and principles. So essentially the problem was a physics problem. I believe it was friction, where it showed a box moving down a hill. Novices looked at it and could understand that it was a math problem. A novice at Call of Duty can understand the concept of this game. It's to point, click, and shoot.
We're in the lead.
Of course, there's more than that. There's also taking these points, making sure you get it before the opponents. There's having the different attachments, knowing when to use your kill streak, and of course, working with other teammates.
Defend your positions.
There's a lot going on here that maybe a novice would not even know. And that's what Chi et al. 1981 would find. Again, I mentioned that this map is kind of like a board, and then we all make moves about that. Well, in the de Grad 1978 study about chess, asked them to select the next move on a board, and experts select better moves than novices, because experts can recognize what's going on in the game. They can instantly recognize the pattern. The thing with Call of Duty, if somebody was to come in here and saw that maybe some people moving up right, obviously we're trying to make a push for A. A novice wouldn't see that, and a novice would try to regroup or stay at B or find a different position instead of trying. some of the enemies so that the teammates up top can push on A more effectively. Domain knowledge is a large part of expertise. Chi 1978 tested 10-year-olds and adult memory for digits and chess pieces. Children were normally poorer than adults in any memory test. Oops, I didn't even pay attention because I'm doing science. These children were chess experts. So adults were generally better. Children usually knew less, even though they are considered chess experts. Time and deliberate practice. Again. Give me back my Bravo. Damn. So domain memory is essentially how much you know about something, how much you actually know about Call of Duty, what gun is good for what situation, where do you want to be, where are the best places to hide, how to play a game more effectively, when to call in your kill streaks is also a big one. So experts can use their better knowledge of a domain to enhance memory. Lots of other evidence for this. Chase and Arison, 1982, trained an undergraduate to increase his digit span, 80 digits, randomly presented 1 per second. His ability to memorize these digits were exponentially increased when they were converted into running times. So he would try to use a strategy of turning running times because he was in several running type of competitions. I'm not doing as good as I did on the last time, but I'm reading a lot more studies here. But again, that domain expertise, the domain specificity, he knew running more so than just random digits, and he used that to encode better and then also to retrieve more effectively. A lot of early training is just getting the basics down. Let's go back to playing a violin. How much of his expertise at the very beginning was learning how to read music, how to keep tempo, what tempo even is. So perhaps if you're a novice to Call of Duty, I recommend learning the basics. Even if you've never played a first-person shooter, that would be learn the basics of a first-person shooter and how to move and aim at once, which is a really hard task to do, especially if you haven't played these games. So right now, I know an EMP grenade could easily take that out, but I don't have it. Really, I need to put some more deliberate practice into that. But again, if you're a novice, you may have not known that. So, once you get the twin stick shooting and everything like that, then move on to the other basic domain knowledge that is needed to play Call of Duty. What are the different types of, kill streak rewards that you might be encountering? Is that an EMP? Is that something like a radar where people can actually expose you?
Friendly SATCOM active.
Not to mention the massive amounts of loadouts and combinations that you possibly can have, especially in Call of Duty Ghosts, where it's kind of freeform and less linear. Yeah, that's going to take some domain specific. So you're going to have to put time and effort. Expertise is not only about the ability to move, fire, and then of course the headshot. It's about learning that knowledge.
Securing A.
This has been SciPlay, where I play a game and talk about science. This week has been Deliberate Practice, where we kind of discuss that people who play Call of Duty at a tournament level probably don't enjoy playing this game anymore, instead just have a thirst to get better. So, you can follow me at CognitiveGamer. You can find our Facebook page, Post-Grad Entertainment. Just type it in, find us, tip, tap, tip, and there you go. Like our page. And of course, please subscribe, especially if you like SciPlay. Please check out VPOgames.com. What else are you going to get games?
Securing B.
If you're going to buy a new game anyway, buy it from our friends at VPO.
Securing Bravo.
God damn it.
Bravo.
Hold on. I need to concentrate. I need to win. We just need to hold him for a little bit. We got it.
C.
Oh, shit.
We lost C. Enemy has C. SATCOM ready.
Did we win? Yes! We won! Boom! Deliberate practice, y'all. And a little bit of concentration, I suppose. Again, this has been the Cognitive Gamer. I hope you've enjoyed SciPlay, where I play a game. Man, that is reverse to that last match. Pay attention to that last match more than this one. But I was talking about science, and science is rad. Follow me on Twitter, like our channel, like everything we do. Y'all have a great day. Bye.